give me fuel, give me fire, give me that one to the side. All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV and the Raid Furniture Mart Super Series. Tonight is opening night, and we're at Myrtle Beach for the Myrtle Beach Golf 150. I'm Dean Doucette, joined as always by Mr. Baron Labosco. Baron, new season, new car, a few new drivers. Should be an interesting one.
Yeah, opening day, Dean. Never one to disappoint, and we love what we're going to see here. We got a brand new setup here, Dean, and we got a brand new platform, and we got a lot of same drivers that came in from the previous season, but now we got some new faces with a new car. Going to be pretty unpredictable, Dean. But I got one word for you: turtles.
Turtles, turtles, turtles. Yes, sir. They're going to do some damage to these cars if they get too low on the track. Should probably be in our keys to the race. A little turtle avoidance out there. But as always, Baron, track position is king. You know, pitting and strategy, generally early pits. I imagine we're going to see more of the same this season. These guys trying to get in as early as possible, Baron.
Yeah, we've seen this play out over the last few seasons as these cars and these drivers develop. Their pit strategy has almost moved to a first quarter of the race pit strategy, where you'll see the leaders come in, within the first 20 laps or so. They'll get service, they'll get a full tank of fuel, and then they let the race play out. And it's won a few drivers some races. So you'll see that as a key part of the race tonight as these guys evolve through the race. If they can keep the left front from getting torn up on the turtles in 1 and 2, these cars will run pretty much like they did with a fresh set on them at the end of that run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so little advantage out there, Baron, with the fresh rubber. How many times out of like 30 races have we seen it work? Once, maybe?
Yeah, and we're running short tracks. There's not a lot of heat in these tires compared to what we see on the bigger tracks. So for those of you watching at home, short track series, tighter courses, shorter turn radiuses, of course, lower speeds. That all equals out to longer tire wear. So when you think about tire wear at Atlanta that we're going to see this weekend in the Cup race. Going to be a high tire wear race. As that track gets older, it's going to get a little more slick. Those tires are going to wear out because we got a lot more speed here at Myrtle Beach tonight. One set's going to be able to do you through the whole race. You'll see guys take tires in an effort to help themselves out, but I don't expect to see too much advantage.
Well, you say that, Baron, but we do have a new car, don't forget, too. We got the late model, brand new for my racing here. It could, surprise a few people. Maybe it's got a little more wear to it.
Yeah, you're 100% correct, Dean. So now that I've said that, I will prove myself wrong. It's the booth jinx I've just laid on myself. So
Well, I love contradicting you. It's just a fun thing that I love to do. Let's look at a couple of these new guys here. Can't see them yet. They're having a little meeting. But Devin Schillenberg out here right now tonight, looking fast during practice and qualifying. Baron, we got a few guys. Ricky Barbary, almost Ricky Bobby. I'm not too sure there. Joey Throckmorton. So these three all towards the top of the board. The newcomers. Could we see something out of them?
well, it's a good question, Dean. Not knowing much about anybody but Joey. I've raced against Joey in the past. He's a late model racer from, I think, the Southeast region. Good chance Joey's got a handle on these things, even though it's a new platform. I think Joey's turned some laps. So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. But the other one, Schillenberg, sitting on the pole. Look, anytime you're sitting on the pole against this group of drivers, you've done something special. So we should keep an eye on that number 4 car tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And one I didn't mention, the 84, Larson Parker out here, out of Colorado. Who knows? Look, third on the board right now. We'll get to that as soon as this driver meeting's over. But all these guys sitting in the top 7, so good for them.
Yeah, so this league constantly recruiting, constantly bolstering the roster of drivers, and it looks like they've settled upon a few good ones right now, at least by the pole speeds. But this is a long race, and there will be attrition. So let's see how we end up at the end of this race, because we've seen some ringers, if you will, come in and try their hand at the short track stuff, and one lap is great, 2 laps is even better, but 150 is going to be a different ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some vets like Brian Cole out there. He knows how to work the long runs. Austin Miller, of course, your champion from last season. He'll be out here tonight, and it looks like we're about ready to go racing here as the excitement builds for these guys. Opening night, Baron. I mean, there's nothing like it. Everybody thinks they can win. Everybody's in on the championship, but pretty quickly we're gonna have some heartache out here. I would imagine.
Oh, for sure. And opening night, you sit back and you think, okay, it's a long season. I keep myself out of trouble. I'm going to be fine. Just salvage the best finish I can tonight. We'll try to get our way to the front. And then somebody door slams you, and all that goes out the window.
Absolutely. Friends made, enemies made, it all goes down. But one thing we know for sure, these guys put on a great show. Every time, I don't think I've ever been disappointed, except for in myself. But other than that, these cars, man, at the end of the race, somehow, some way, you know it's going to be exciting.
It sure will. And we've got some exciting drivers. So we've got a couple of past champions in the field tonight. We've got some longtime veterans in the field tonight. All of them have won races. I think we've got some great rookie drivers to talk about this evening. Could be a good one tonight, Dean.
Yes, sir. And speaking of rookies, the number four, Devin Schillenberg, will grab the K-T.org qualifying pole here with a time of 19.085. What a great lap for him. Walker Cole on the outside of row number one, the youngster looking to come in here and grab himself a championship. Newcomers in row number two with Larson Parker and Joey Throckmorton. You got Brian Cole and Marvin Termeyer. Termeyer apparently thinks pretty highly of his chances this year, so we'll keep an eye on him. Another newcomer starting seventh, that's Ricky Barbary. And you got Ryman Castle on the outside of row number four. It's Kennedy Miller in row five. Miller, your champ from last season. In row six, Adam Cole, Tyler Lem. You got Matt Eddy and Zach Wood in row number seven. Jeff Werderman, Andrew Perry, Lester, Hines, Dubuque, Spear, Newton, Rowell, Pearson, Herzog, and Helm for what is a really decent field here tonight.
Yeah, full field, and I really love seeing it. Some new paint schemes, some new numbers out there tonight. So if your favorite drivers change the number, case in point, Brian Cole been running the 10 car for years now. He's switched it up. He's in the 01 for those Cole fans out there. Cole squared out there tonight. Walker Cole, Adam Cole in the mix as well tonight. So the Coles are going to be hard to deal with again, Dean.
They always are. Almost ready to go racing here on opening night in the Golf 150, the Myrtle Beach Golf 150. I'm not sure if we're golfing though, Aaron, are we?
Well, great area for golf. If you like swinging the clubs, this is a great place for it.
Well, it's all teed up and ready to go. Here we go. Race number one in the Raid Furniture Mart Super Series. Great start down into one. Everybody looking calm and patient here. Up the track goes Brian Cole. Really weird line he took there. And we're under caution. Little chuckle from the booth there. A little early here, a little jitters, and you almost expect it here with a big field like this.
Big full field. We got a couple of guys around. Looks like Mark Herzog's found himself some trouble
Champ
before the first lap.
Austin Miller involved in the 42. You see there in the green car. Oh, and a big checkup, and that's what happened. I mean, chain reaction there. Not too much damage though. Miller got a good chunk of it.
Miller took a little bit of a beating there, but he'll get her fixed up. I'm not worried about Austin Miller. Every time we count him out for damage, man can come back from 2 laps down. We've seen him win a race, so um, he'll be fine.
A little worried about Lem here going in this early, but maybe it'll work. We've seen it work before, but you get back in the traffic in this big field, Baron. You're asking for it.
Yeah, and he might be just fixing a little damage that he picked up along the way. But Tyler Lem, a good driver, he's going to be fine. He'll be back in the mix, and he's had a great finish to the last season, so we expect some great things out of him as well. Hoping to see Tyler continue his trend upward as he continues with this series.
And as I check in on YouTube, it's giving me an error message over there. So please let us know if you're experiencing difficulties or head on over to Facebook and find yourself to Wind Tunnel TV. I'm sure it'll be doing just fine there. Well, Schillenberg still holding the lead with Parker in second here. It's the Coles in the second row, Walker and Bryan.
So, a quick caution, just enough to reset the field and move some guys to the back. We're hopeful that we can see some green flag racing tonight, Dean.
Yeah, absolutely. We will here. It might take a couple of tries here to get it ironed out, but these boys are professionals. And here we go back to racing now. David Schillenberg and Larson Parker up front getting us going.
Nice log run to the green flag here. I do like that about Myrtle Beach. Oh, early start, he's off, man. Look at that.
Yeah, he's down and away. Brian Cole down on the bottom trying to chase him here. Larson Parker hung out a bit, a little wiggle from the 48, hangs on to it though.
Yeah, nice side-by-side racing so far. Like to see some of these guys get some tires, heat in these tires. We'll see what we got here for a couple of laps, but mind their P's and Q's and tiptoe into these corners and don't expect too much out of the vehicle until you get some heat in them.
Look at this, Walker up to second. It looks like Walker stole the old man's number there, Baron. He's riding the 10 this year.
Yeah, and he got rid of his donut machine, so I'm a little disappointed in that. We love the Krispy Kreme car.
Oh man, no donuts today?
Doesn't look like it. Another new paint scheme. There's Colin J. Kennedy running a blue and white screen last year. I like the black on this thing, Dean.
Yeah, looking sharp there, pulling a little Earnhardt black out.
Yeah. So Colin told us last year he's focused on that championship this year. So we'll see if this is the start of something good for him. And here's one of our rookies, Ricky Barbary.
Ricky Barbary looking black and slick here tonight as well. Right behind him, Marvin Termeyer. What do you think? Marvin was talking a little bit. You don't hear that from Marvin too often.
No, I had a conversation with Marvin last week, and he loves the feel of this new car. He said it suits his driving style, and he really enjoys the way the thing works. So look for Marvin. He said that he felt like he could win multiple races in this new platform. So we'll see as the season progresses. Right now, solid in the top 10. He's in 8th. So, but we'll see how this works out as we get some more laps.
Wow, we're having some switches up front here. My goodness, Walker Cole had taken the lead, but Larson Parker right underneath, and to the front goes the 84, which sort of looks like the 48 on the car there, Baron.
Yeah, it sure does, yeah. Yeah, nice pass, and he's actually setting sail on Walker, which we don't see that too often. Walker, a very talented driver, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Larson putting it to them out here. Cole and Throckmorton back there in 4th and 5th. They're trying to hang on to this group with Colin J. Kennedy back in 6th. He's trying to gather up enough steam to join these guys. A little bit of a gaggle back here with Marvin. You got Adam Cole contact with the 33 of Andrew Perry.
Yeah, a little incidental contact. These guys used to run around each other, so that's a little unusual, but this is a new car, so they'll get it sorted out.
And then Barry Hines starting to work over Adam Cole. He's got Zach Woods on his tail. We've seen with Zach. Zach's had a lot of speed at times. And He's can be it might be perception, Baron, but he can be a little aggressive at times.
And a solid racer. And what we see out of Zach is, basically a strong car with a good, talented driver behind the wheel, and still learning a little bit of racecraft. But look, he's won some races with it, and it suits him well. So I say, let the boy run, right?
Absolutely. Tyler Lamb, he took that pit stop. He's starting to work his way back up a little bit, up to 17th, and we got a yellow on the track. It's Ian Spear. Looks
Yeah,
like just
Ian
a self spin here, Baron.
found himself a little trouble on his own there. Yeah.
See here, the 34 coming around. That thing's wiggling on all through the corner. Under braking, and it looked like he had to check up a little bit. And just got away from him, over
Got out.
correction into the wall.
Yeah, that can happen. Got out from underneath him there. So yeah, interesting. So Ian, finding some early trouble. Caution number two, lap 18 of 150. And we talked earlier before the race started how some of these guys may start seeing pit row for fuel and tires. And here's Marvin Turmeyer.
Marvin making his move early here. Zach Woods comes in, Lester's in, Eddie's in. Looks like Bruce Pearson as well. So all these guys taking this chance for this early stop. It's been known to pay off.
Yep, we've seen this, and we've seen some veterans who've won races do this. So Matt Eddy's one to keep an eye on. Yeah, interesting. We've got quite a few of the old vets taking tires now and taking fuel, and watch for them to stay out now for the rest of the evening if they're so inclined.
Yeah, if they're so inclined, they might. Everybody off, no problems there. This track's a little bit bigger here, Baron, so pit road, not that much of a problem.
No, and it sets up well. And we typically talk about the grooves, and is there a high groove, is there a low groove? With this new car, there's no telling just yet if these guys are going to try that high groove. Right now, it looks like they're all fighting for the bottom.
Yeah, I haven't seen much up there. I mean, there's a ton of room up there on this track, though, but is it all just wasteland, Baron?
Well, we saw in the last car that some guys made some passes up there. We've seen, the Coles make passes. We saw Austin Millen make passes up there. We've seen Keaton Tripp from days gone by. He made passes up there. So um, it can be done. With this new platform, hard to tell. I know some of them will try it. Keep an eye on that 42. If there's somebody who's going to go for it the first time around, it'll be Mr. Austin Miller.
Wow, pulling the old Keaton Tripp out there. That is quite the memory you got there, Baron. Tripp was quite a racer, very talented.
Yeah, he knew his car, and he took advantage of everything it gave him. And we saw Keaton and Austin Miller make several passes to the outside on tracks like this. As this race progresses, and I think Austin Miller there in 15th place, we'll be able to see him make an attempt at outside passes. You can do it in Myrtle Beach. Just the bottom line is the preferred line.
Now, be honest. You see beer on the hood. You got Jack Daniels on the bumper. This is why you're talking about him.
Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Did I say I love it? I love it.
Oh my goodness. I'd say you have a problem, but you don't. You're just in love. Here we go, folks. Parker and Walker Cole up front. Schillenberg and Brian Cole in row number 2.
My only problem is I don't have any.
That is a problem. Larson with a good start there, up high. Walker he's stuck up on that high line, so Schillenberg coming on through.
Yeah, and Schillenberg showing some good speed early. Love that 4-car scheme. A little mirrored number 4 number. That's really slick. So some nice paint schemes out here. Let's not scuff them up too much, boys.
Definitely looks like the low line paying off there. A little further back, we got ourselves some 2x2 action. Adam Cole clears. It's Barbary. He's underneath of Herzog right now as they run side by side with Werderman and Roel right behind them.
Yeah, now that's Herzog taking advantage of the situation right there. He's cleared himself. Yeah, pretty cool stuff here.
Alan Roel here in the 94. He's up 8 spots already tonight, but stuck on the high side. This isn't good for him.
Well, and Alan loves to charge the corners. He told us that in a post-race interview one time. And I imagine Alan, what he's figuring out right now is, hey, this car will do that.
Oh no! And his turn, the 99's gone around. Roel got into him.
Yeah, so Rowell got into Lem, and Lem got into everybody else. So
Miller's involved.
yep,
Oh my goodness.
Chester Cheetah's in trouble here in that 99.
Not Chester. Say it ain't so. So here we go. Lem on the bottom, Royal up high. Off the corner, just kind of hooks it down a little bit, gets into Lem. Oh, and Miller a hard lick into the tire barrier there.
Yikes. Oof.
I'm glad there's no passengers in that car, Baron.
Right?
Adam Newton. Check out Adam Newton in the 82, a black machine. That's a new look for him.
New look, new number, and Adam on pit row, unfortunately, getting some repairs.
See, Lem's going to go a lap down, I think, there. Pearson coming in. Looks like Marvin's going to come back in as well.
He might have got hung up in that fracas.
Not another fracas, my goodness. Looked more like a kerfuffle to me.
It was kerfuffle-ish, yes.
Well, it is a Myrtle Beach Golf 150. Perhaps a couple of these guys could use a mulligan out here.
Yeah, and lap 29 of 150. We're in our third caution. So what we're seeing here is a crowded racetrack on a very small, tight racetrack. And, we've got some guys on pit road, trying to sort out their damage. So still a lot of racing left. Your favorite driver's not in it now. They could be at the end of this race.
Yeah, there's a ton of racing here, and we see it each and every week, Baron. Whoever's at the front, I mean, they can win from the front for sure, but there's going to be comers and goers here. It's very early in this race.
It is, and race one, there are a lot of guys on the track. They're not used to running around each other, so they're sorting that out too. When's he going to brake? Is it a different braking area? When's he get off the corner? Does he get off the corner strong enough that I can make a pass? There's a lot of education going on right now, a lot of knowledge swapping.
So Miller coming back out. Doesn't look like there's any fast repair any longer, Baron, so... Ooh, that's a crab walk right there.
Ooh, that car is pretty tore up. Yeah.
Now,
Ooh, my
I've
goodness.
driven a whole race like that. It can be done, Baron.
Not fast.
Not fast, no.
That thing is absolutely dog walking.
Let's get another look at it. Maybe we'll hop on board and get a quick look at it here.
Looks like the back end wants to go into the corner first. Oh no, Austin.
This is going to be rough for poor Austin.
This could be a long race.
All right, back to green flag. Parker and Schillenberg up front. Parker, another good start. Down on the inside, Walker Cole. He's going to slide right into third behind them. Brian Cole and Throckmorton right there.
So Adam Cole in the mix, and we like seeing Adam here. So Adam's got himself in a bit of a tussle with Mark Herzog, who's up 14 spots on the evening. So Mark making his move to the front, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. Mark up 14 spots, Barry Hines up 9, and Andrew Perry's up 8. So these guys all on the move, but there was a battle up front. We don't want to miss it. Yet another pass for the lead here.
Yeah, and it looks like two rookies, Larson Parker and David Schillingberg, really nose to tail with it, getting chased by Walker Cole. So Walker, if he plays his cards right, might be able to follow a pass as they get side by side.
Yeah, absolutely. Heavy battle here. Big pressure from Schillenberg.
Yeah, he's definitely not letting him go, is he?
Oh, sure. A little further back, here's the big battles. You got Hines along with Adam Cole. They're just going at it tooth and nail. Hines doing a nice job on the high side.
Yeah, and he's hanging tough. So, like we said, new platform, maybe guys trying some new things, and here we are on the outside, holding strong.
Yeah, it looks like that car wants to give way though. That the rear end there is just keeps yawing out there.
Yeah, it would look like all of them are in the same boat, right? As they charge that corner, that the back end wants to come around, and this early in the race, it's too early to tell whether or not that's brake bias or if that's just setup or if that's the way guys are driving them.
Wow,
We got a little nudge
Schellenberg,
there, yeah.
almost a little. How do you do? I'm right here. You better move or I'll move you.
Yeah, so a little bit of a nudge, just to knock on the door a little bit, and he's back there still in second place, holding station. So Walker Cole finds himself under pressure now too, as Brian Cole and Joey Throckmorton have caught up to him.
Yeah, absolutely. As all the rookies doing really well out here, and we haven't seen that before, Baron. Usually the rookies are, get a little bit of an education, and perhaps that's still to come.
Well, if they keep racing like this, they're going to be in pretty good shape because the trouble's not come from the front so far, Dean. It's all been the back. So if these guys continue what they're doing, my goodness, we could have some first-time winners real early in the season.
Yeah, don't count out those Coles. So Walker and Bryan right there, Throckmorton, then it's Colin J. Kennedy, and how about Perry, the 33, up 8 spots, looking feisty here tonight.
Yeah, and that may be a car that suits him as well, right? So we know Andrew, longtime runner of this series, an absolute constant in every one of these races. And Andrews found his way into seventh place, up 8 spots, and yet another paint scheme change, right, Dean? So he was running that really cool Skull Bandit scheme last year.
Yeah, I think, wasn't he already running this color? I was talking about the Hooters car. Reminds
Oh
me of the
yeah,
Hooters
that's
car.
right. That's right. That's right. Yep, my bad. So yep,
Well, you know how much I enjoy contradicting you.
love a good Hooters.
You do love a good Hooter. There's no doubt about that. Here we go. Hines still on that high side. Now it's Castle on the inside.
Yeah, and Hines, that car looks like almost like a modified, and it's been hit kind of both sides there, but he's still got some speed in it, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Everybody doing a nice job here. Lap 44 of 150. Up front, Larson Parker still holding off at Devin Schillenberg.
I mean, it looks like he's almost back there just cruising, doesn't he?
It does. Let's get a look in on from the cockpit, see what we can figure out from Devin Schillenberg.
Yeah, he really gets that apex, and he really nails that. You can see him through those two turns. Watch, he looks like he's almost like another half a car length lower than that 84 car. So he's really got this thing dialed in, Dean. Really has a nice apex there. Keeps him nice and tight on the bumper of the 84 car. Really like the hand movement in there. It's nice. It's smooth, but it's aggressive, right? He's got a little twitch in it, which I like. That's a fast car, Dean.
That is a fast car. And I got to tell you, oh, we got caution on the track. Hines involved. Termeyer's involved. To save the. Oh, my. Termeyer just smashing his car up here. I'm not sure what's going
Hitting everything
on.
but the pace car now.
Wow, the boys got to stop.
Oh,
Oh, and they're still wrecking.
they're still wrecking. We got one on his side now.
This,
Okay.
this is calamity time.
Sorted it out. Here we go.
I don't know. I think. Wow, I just heard a big wreck, but we're on replay here. Let's go look and see what happened.
Another wreck?
Oh, a little contact from Hines and Herzog. Let's get another look there. Just looking at the other car rubbing the wall here, but Hines comes down into the corner. Herzog, a little check up under braking, and Hines into the rear end, and it's on from there.
Termeyer's in the pits.
Yeah, you got Hines coming in.
Barry Hines in.
Zach
Zach
Woods.
Woods. Yep.
Colin J coming in from towards the front. So one of our leaders coming in. Looks like Brian Cole also on pit road.
Okay. So now we see the rest of that strategy playing out.
Yeah, lap 50 of 150 here. You see the pit board. A lot of guys still have not stopped.
So this could be the situation that we talked about pre-race with the veterans kind of knowing what they're doing with this late model racing, and they're pitting early, and that'll be the last time we see them on pit road. Dean.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Austin Miller. Actually, looks like his car is looking. Oh, no. I was going to say it was
Take
looking
it
a
back.
little better, but no, sir.
Yeah, they might have banged out the dents, but that thing's still got a nice dance to it.
It's not bad on the corners. She set up good for the cornering.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I mean, the back end actually leads the turn. I've never seen that before out of a running car.
Oh, poor Austin. That's a long night. Hats off to him for persevering here, though.
I hope he watches the broadcast. That's hysterical.
It's Parker, Schillenberg up front, Walker Cole, Throckmorton, and Perry, your top five. Adam Cole, Castle, Werderman, Lester, and Herzog, or Barbary. I'm not sure. I think Barbary's got that position. All right, here we go. Pace truck off, ready to go back. Green flag racing. Larson Parker leading them on down. Another good jump there. Looks like Walker trying to get position on the inside. Now he's not going to get it.
So we'll start him just the way we finished him for the moment. So we'll see Adam Cole. Adam Cole up another spot from 7. So Adam making a slow progression forward. He's got Ryman Castle on his butt, though. And Ryman finished the season strong last season as well with a couple of wins. So Ryman with his charge to the front.
Yeah, these two doing great right now. Back behind him, it's Werderman on the outside. And the 48 of Lester down low. And behind them, you got Herzog and Barbary. So these guys are racing hard. Back here in this contact, they're wrecking. So Pearson gets a little piece at the end of that. See the 57 up high here. That's Herzog. Down low, looked like the 48 got a little piece of the curb there. Ooh, just come up a little bit. Not too sure there, Baron.
Yeah, it looked like he might have just missed it by just a hair, and it got everybody all boogered up there.
I call that a slice or something here in the Myrtle Beach Golf 150.
More like a hook. Yeah.
Yeah. Lester on pit road. Bruce Pearson on pit road.
Yeah, and it would appear that the fast repair has been taken out of this series, which I like. I like it a lot. It makes the guys learn their racecraft in a very aggressive way.
Yeah, absolutely. So Parker, how about Parker here on the debut? The 48 really doing a nice job leading this race. Had to work his way up from third up to first and held it ever since.
Yeah, he's showing some real speed in that car. So the rookie, Larson Parker, coming out here and making his name known. So happy to see some fresh faces in the lineup, and he's really made an impression so far. And for those of you at home who see a 48 car, that's okay. We'll get that fixed for next week. But he's really actually in the 84.
Now you're sure, right? You don't have any booze or anything.
No, but you check me out on Friday. It'll be a good time. I promise you, there'll be some libations
The old libations. Those are
uh,
always good.
of the whiskey form. We're going to talk to Austin Miller about it. He's got the sponsorship, so
So we got Andrew Perry's up 10. How about Werderman? He's up 8 spots here.
yeah, I love seeing Jeff in the race again. It's good to see him back. He said he was going to make a regular appearance this season. Jeff, an old veteran and former race winner, so Jeff with this new platform, seeing some comfort with it as he's got the rookie Ricky Barbie on his butt there in ninth.
Yeah, Ricky Barbary doing pretty good here in ninth position. And how about Newton? He got that early pit stop, the 82, back up to 10th position.
Yeah, and he's got who's he got a Woodhill sponsorship?
Woodall, yeah.
Woodall, okay, yep, that's new for him too. Good for him.
All right, back up front, Parker and Schillenberg looking to go at it one more time. Schillenberg got to do something to get up beside this 48/84 of Larson Parker. He's holding the field at bay. Parker down and away, another great start here.
Yeah, and Walker got caught sleeping a little bit here, so but he'll fill in the third. He'll be in pretty good place.
Everything's status quo up front. Adam Cole back here battling Ryman Castle. Castle diving down on the inside.
Yeah, and Ryman really making a charge to the front. Like I said, a couple race winner last year. Ryman looking to capitalize on those race wins and turn it into a championship.
Man, these guys going at it. Adam Cole on the outside, hanging tough here, starting to get this down. It looks like he might hold him off here.
Yeah, he won't go. He won't roll over, will he?
Absolutely not. Oh, Barbary, what's happened to Barbary? Looks like he's checked out, lost connection. That's unfortunate.
Still under green though, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it was just an internet issue. He's gone from the server. Some pretty heavy battling back here. It's a three of Colin Kennedy leading Brian Cole. Behind him, it's Eddie, Herzog, Lem, and Pearson all in this group.
And I just saw Walker Cole set one of the fast times of the race at lap 65. So good for Walker. Got some speed in that thing.
Yeah, Walker coming right back up on Parker and Schillenberg. So he's learning as he's going here, and he's getting quicker and quicker. And watch out now if Walker Cole's got it under control.
Yeah, that is a very talented race car driver. Young race car driver. He's been in the series now for 2 seasons. Got a win or 2 under his belt, but lots of promise in this driver. And if he's figured this thing out already, oh boy, hang on.
So these three slugging it out here for the lead. Throckmorton just hanging around in fourth with Perry in fifth. It's Castle now up to 6th position as he got by Adam Cole, who hangs in 7th. Werderman 8th. Newton back in 9th position, up 13 spots. And then Brian Cole in a heavy battle with Colin J. Kennedy.
So Colin, with a late pit, has found his way to the front, picked it up, and battling Brian for that 10th spot.
So Brian's going to persevere here, and Herzog's going to take a look underneath Kennedy.
So it looks as though these guys have settled in here. They're getting a little more control over their vehicles. The nerves out now for opening night, and we're sitting in some good racing now.
Yeah, Herzog really moving through here, trying to work on Brian Cole there. Almost got underneath him, but now the door closes.
Yeah, and that just brings the 3 car even closer. And there's Tyler Lem looking to recover from his early incident.
While all that went on, Walker has moved up to second, so Walker getting by Schillenberg and now pursuing leader Larson Parker.
Yep, and Larson, if he didn't know now, or if he didn't know then, he knows now. Walker Cole's somebody to contend with, and he'll figure it out here shortly and get around that leader.
Oh, to be young again, eh, Baron?
Right? I'm jealous.
I don't know,
And
I'm conflicted.
now they're coming up on the crab walking 42 machine of Austin Miller, and yep, that's the sign there. Walker Cole dives it in, looks for a nose underneath. He's going to attempt the pass here.
Yeah, great job. Parker blinked out there momentarily, then comes back and right to the lead. So Parker having a little bit of connection issues, and it might be shaking up Walker a little bit.
Yeah, and a little sideways coming out of turns 3 and 4 there. So he's gathered back up. He's still down there on the preferred line. Let's see if Walker can finish this off now.
This brought Schillenberg right back into them. Oh, almost contact there.
Yeah, Walker got into those turtles, and hopefully it didn't damage the car too much.
What a battle for the lead here. Parker holding off Walker Cole, riding that high side for all he's worth.
Yeah, and it looks like Walker's finally got it figured out here. He's inching his way forward, and that 48 is doing everything he can to hold him off.
Boy, is he. I mean, this is a tale of two corners here by the looks of it. I think Walker just going to get it done now. So new leader, the 10 machine, Walker Cole, as he rides the family number to the front.
Yeah, and so now he's got a lap car in front of him and Austin Miller. Austin won't hassle these guys too much. Quality racer there. Probably just move up and let him come on by. So,
Well, you're assuming you can do that in that car.
well, the rear end would be the last thing to get up there.
Poor Austin really struggling with that car. But, he's doing quite well. Look at the speed he's carrying with this crab walker.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, and I say that, and then Walker has to contend with him. So,
Yeah, not easy there. I'm sure it's a handful for Miller. He's doing all he can.
yep. So
So he's going
put
to get
Austin Miller a
around.
lap.
These
Yep.
top three kind of get strung out a little bit here. And fourth is Throckmorton. He's been there all night just hanging around. I kind of like what I've seen from the 21, Baron. Joey Throckmorton just, seemingly being very patient and just waiting this one out.
Yeah. So look, in our top 5, right? We got 3 rookies and 2 vets. So that tells you this rookie class is strong this year, Dean.
Absolutely it is. 21 continuing to ride there, now going underneath Miller. It's Perry back in 5th position. He's same thing. I mean, hanging in there. These guys are right in this thing still.
Yeah, and plenty of racing left to go. 82 of 150, and we got some laps to tick off here. We'll see if David Schillenberg has anything to get back to Walker Cole with.
Yeah, Ryman Castle back
Devin.
in 6th.
I boogered that up. That was Devin. I apologize. I called him David. My bad.
Adam Cole under heat from Werderman as Werderman continues to have a strong night here in the 81 machine.
Love to see that Werderman machine move forward like that. Just love it.
And it's our big movers, Adam Newton, Herzog behind him. They're both up 13 spots on the night, Baron.
Big movers. And Adam Newton, an admin of this league. So his season last year was hot and cold. Now it looks like he's focused on driving. He's got in the top 10.
Yeah, doing a great job. Brian Cole back here in 11th. We're not used to seeing him back here, but I'm sure he'll make a move at some point. Colin J in 12th, then it's Lem and Lester right behind them.
So Colin J stopped, got tires. I'm a little surprised he hasn't made his march forward any faster than he has. And again, not having driven this car myself yet, I don't know that tires are a huge benefit or not.
Well, the one with the freshest is Herzog back in 10th position. Let's see if there's any benefit. I mean, I'm not seeing any. A little banged up, so I'm not too sure if that has some kind of effect as well.
I would guess it might, but
Oh, up front, Schillenberg has taken back the lead. Let's get a look in on this pass for the lead. See there, Walker looking a little loose, perhaps. Oh, and he just dives down in there. It looked like Walker just moved over and said, "Here, take it."
yeah, yeah, he just sacrificed the spot and said, "Go ahead."
I like that veteran move from Walker Cole. There's time for racing. It's still early here.
And it looks like Walker said, "Go ahead and do that, and I'm going to let you worry about me here in the back." I like that move a lot, D.
Absolutely. True veteran move here. So Schillenberg back out front here. The four look good all night long. It's Cole, Parker, Throckmorton, and Perry in your top five. Just to find a battle here, you got Kennedy getting a little bit of heat from Lester, the 48 machine, looking pretty good. Lester's up 5 spots so far.
And Lester in a new paint scheme this season too. So good looking car out of Fred. Glad to see Fred back here again. He had a real good run last season at USA, if I'm correct. Um, so Fred hopefully adapts to this new car in a very positive way. We'll see some more of him on the podium.
Looks like he's going to take this spot, so good for Fred here, moving up to 12th position here as the 48 continues a strong run.
Yeah, interesting. So Colin J must really not like the way this car is feeling right now.
Yeah, it's not suiting him by the looks of it. It could be strategy, but I think it's a little late to be playing any kind of strategy like this.
Yeah, I think he just might not be very happy with that car right now, Dean.
Up front, Schillenberg and Walker Cole have set sail, and Walker is doing a masterful job of just staying on that bumper. I like this. We already talked about it, but get up there and hound them, and we'll get a mistake at some point. Oh, and he moves over. So, veteran move from Schillenberg. They trade again.
Yeah, how about that? So Walker Cole said, "All right, you've had your fun. Now it's my turn again."
Yeah, interesting. Or did Schillenberg say, "No, you go ahead. I want to hound you for a while"?
I'm wondering if they figured out something with the back end of these vehicles, and I'm saying that because we've seen, and I haven't driven it yet, so folks, I know nothing about what I'm talking about, but we've seen a lot of these guys a little bit loose on the entry of turns 1 and 3, and I'm wondering if there's something with these back ends. So as a car gets closer to that back end, I'm wondering if there's air lifting off it, making it looser. Dean, what do you think?
Yeah, it very well could be. I mean, it's a known tactic to get there into second, kind of tighten that car up a little bit. It could be what they're trying to do. But I mean, Schillenberg in this case has fallen a little too far back to get that effect, I think.
Yeah, it would appear that that pass was short-lived, and Walker Cole just managing his stuff managed to set sail on Devin Schillenberg.
Absolutely. As we approach lap 100 and 150, Walker, your leader, Devin Schillenberg, Joey Throckmorton now in third position. So the 21 continues this strong run. Andrew Perry as well in the 33 right here, still in this thing, sitting in fourth. And now Ryman Castle in the 56. He's made his way back up to fifth position.
And he's got Jeff Waterman right there with him, and then right behind him, Larson Parker. We were talking about him earlier. A little bit of trouble out of Larson, and now he's back in seventh spot, and it looks like under duress here from Adam Cole.
Yeah, Larson, I thought, had some connection issues, but seemingly back in this thing, so good for Larson.
Yeah, so Larson back in it. Adam Cole makes the pass and put the 84 there in the eighth spot.
And how about Adam Cole? That K-T.org machine riding around in 7th position, having a night. Go a little further back in 9th and 10th, and you got Newton and Herzog back here. These guys trying to have themselves a good top 10 finish tonight.
Yeah, and an uncharacteristic Brian Cole in 11th. A lot of damage on that car of his, though. Brian found himself. And I take it back. That car is perfectly fine. And you know what I'm going to do, Dean? I'm going to sit up here. I'm going to shut up and watch the race.
No, no. Please continue.
As I take it back, that car is perfectly fine. There's not a scratch on it.
I
He's
mean,
just
I
having
was
a bad
looking. I
night.
thought I might need some glasses. You had me going there for a minute.
Nope, he's just struggling.
See them here. There's Kennedy, another vet here struggling tonight in 14th. Same with Matt Eddy. Haven't called his name tonight. Good looking machine he's driving here, but back in 15th, you can't be too happy with that.
Not having a very Matt Eddy night, is he?
Absolutely not. That's
Would it be
Herzog
better
was
if I
over
actually
perfect.
did say I was drinking?
You are drinking. We all believe you're drinking regardless. So.
That's going to be my excuse for tonight. I just give me the mulligan.
In the Myrtle Beach Golf 150, the booth under duress here. Lap 107 of 150. Walker Cole out here putting on a show now. He played long enough, Baron. He is really starting to extend here.
Yeah, 2-second lead would tell you that he is out to win this tonight. So good for Walker. Walker found his stride apparently and let those tires do the work for him. So he's putting some cars a lap down now, and wow, that's dominance right now.
And this is where patience. Oh, and Walker's coming in. Walker Cole onto pit road here. We bring up the pit board. Yeah, he had not stopped. So strategy once again playing a big role here in this series.
Wow, and he's got to do it under green, which means he's going to fall 2 laps down.
Wow,
That's
this
unfortunate.
so unfortunate. My goodness. So lap 109, he has to come in. Schillenberg is in. Adam Cole is in. Wow.
Wow, we got guys late pits. That shakes up the field in a big way. Joey Throckmorton to the front in that 21 machine. Has he got tires, Dean? Has he got fuel?
Let's see. Throckmorton, no, still has not pitted. Werderman comes in. So this is shaking up everything. It's going to be Castle out front when this all shakes out. And then Newton, they pitted on lap 20 and 27.
There's Perry. Perry's coming. There's Throckmorton, so Perry takes the lead.
Yep. Andrew Perry, new race leader. Now Perry still has not stopped. He'll have to. Once again, we got drama late in this race, Baron.
Wow. So we know Perry's got to stop, right? Does that put Castle to the front then, right?
That'll put Castle up there. He pitted on lap 20, and you got Newton who pitted on lap 27. And then it's Herzog. Herzog most certainly can make it. He pitted on lap 57. So him and guess who? Brian Cole, who you thought was having a rough night, shown in 5th right now and looking to move forward.
How about that? So what we said in the booth earlier just proves that we don't know anything about what we're talking about.
Well, that's on the disclaimer, though, so we're okay.
We should put that in the broadcast. Just,
and here
these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, and he had trouble getting
in. Yeah. I hope that doesn't mean a penalty either. Boy, he was having a great run, too.
All these guys have lost a lap. Looks like Walker might be on the tail end of the lead lap. Let's look. Where's Castle? Gotta get a better look here. Here's Castle. No, Walker is in fact a lap down, so it's Castle, Newton, and Herzog now. How about it, Baron?
Well, Ryman Castle has won races last season. He said he was going to run for the championship this year. Would not shock me to see Ryman Castle come out here and win the opening night here with this new platform.
Just an awesome job here of thinking these races through. And, once again, the rookies doing great, having a great night, but perhaps weren't prepared for the strategy calls of these early pit stops that these guys make, and it paying off here so far.
Yeah, all veteran names now in the top 10. And frankly, they got a lot of guys ninth through the rest of the field a lap down now. So uh, these vets with that early pit strategy really snookered the field.
Let's get a look on how far back Newton is. There's second place now, Adam Newton. He's up 20 spots on the night. You got Herzog in third. He's up 20 spots, so my goodness.
Yep, that's called pay your crew chief well, Dean.
And don't hire us.
Not at all.
So now, I don't know anything that can really shake this up here. And I mean, these guys are racing for it here. Once again, to our pit board. Can Castle make it, pitting on lap 20 and Newton on 27? I guess that's the big question now. You see
Well,
these guys pit on lap 109, so 109 and 27 would not get it done.
no, and here's what would happen too. Also, even if we got a caution now, nobody would stop. So, you might get some waiver rounds, but I don't think anybody stops for fuel or service now, right?
Well, once again, I'll contradict you here. I'm thinking there's only 9 guys on the lead lap, Aaron. So if I'm in 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, I'm pitting. Under caution, that is.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love it. Ryman Castle's loving it. He's sitting in the Sparkle Lounger right now with almost a 2-second lead.
He is, and he's up on traffic, on some lap traffic, and Adam Newton's starting to close in a bit because of it. He's got Spear and Hines going at it. He's got nowhere to go right now. He's got to be patient here, Baron.
Yeah, he does. But look, he almost got it 2 wide there, or 3 wide, and they know the leader's coming. They didn't do anything wrong there. They have a right to race each other, but yeah, Ryman Castle probably a little aggravated with those 2 drivers right now.
He may be, but these are the mistakes he can't make. I mean, he's been perfect here tonight so far, playing this strategy. Don't make a mistake now. Newton over 2 seconds behind him here, and he's gotten through his traffic, so we'll see if he can catch up a little bit. But Herzog right there, now closing on Newton, looking for second place.
A bunch of wily veterans up here showing the way.
It always happens, Baron.
Never fails to disappoint.
Don't start with me.
You've been on me all night.
Brian Cole back here in 4th position. With his heavily damaged car.
Oh, that thing's crushed, isn't it? Just I wish I had one that was so damaged.
There's Colin Jay, he's hanging around in 5th. So all these guys, we just thought there wasn't agreeing with them. It's not their night. And here they are, sitting in the top 5. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Love to see the rebound by Colin J. Kennedy, man. We thought he was out of it. Again, I couldn't have been more wrong. Here's Larson pitting.
Yeah, Larson comes in the 48. Disappointing. Led a lot of the race here, and just didn't work out here this evening.
Oh, so we got all but 8th place now, lap down.
So Newton is closing in now, made up about a half second on Castle. I don't know if that was because of lap traffic or not, but Newton and Herzog have put the pedal down with 20 to go.
And with 20 to go, he might be able to catch him if he kept that pace up. We have to keep an eye on that interval. That'll be really neat to see if Adam can get in this mix.
Let's Let's see if we can get an interview from Castle to Newton. You see it 2.1 down to 1.4 here in the last 6 laps.
So he is coming.
Keep it up here and see if they continue to march towards the front. $18 laps to go here for Ryman Castle.
And Adam Newton shaved off another 10th. So he is making a dent in that lead. He's shaved another 10th.
Not sure why it hasn't updated on the Delta here.
I'm looking at the gap here on the scoring monitor. So he's got it down to a second now. So Adam Newton's coming. And he's taking Mark Hertzog with him.
Yeah, these two are coming. There's no doubt about it. Under a second back to Newton. Hertzog in third, sitting right there, ready to pounce. 16 to go. They're really pushing hard, and they've got to, because getting there is one thing and passing is another.
Yeah, that's right. That car is about to get real wide on that 56 machine. So even if Adam Newton catches him, like you said, passing him is going to be a trouble. So, and we're ticking laps off pretty quickly here, Dean. But under a second now, 7/10 back to the 56 car, the 82nd.
Oh, and yellow on the track.
Oh, no.
I have no idea what for here. It looks
like maybe Ricky Barbie was involved. Is that right?
We've got nothing here saying there was anything going on.
Yeah.
Here's the 42 who's still kicking around, Austin Miller.
Salvaging points. That's a veteran move also.
So Lem's in. Lester is in. I like this move from these guys. Maybe. Depends on how many people are on the lead lap here.
Well, we're going to see quite a few wave arounds, I think. May not get any, too. Depends if the leaders come in, right?
Zach Woods in. Walker Cole is in. Colin J is in. Very interesting decisions here.
Yeah,
It's the last thing Ryman wanted. I mean, he had a lead. It was diminishing, but you got to think he could have held him off for another 15 laps.
Right, but I would think track position would be the premium here, right? What do I know, Dean? I'm glad I'm in the booth.
No, right now I think you're looking at 7 to 10 people on the lead lap here. Less than that, maybe 8 people. So these pitters are going to come out. They're going to be in great track position, barely lose anything, if anything. And they're going to have the fresh rubber to push. But we know what this leads to, Baron.
Cautions breed cautions.
Is that a sexual thing?
No, that was my phone.
Kennedy up in 5th. So he come out with fresh rubber in 5th position, Baron. Lester in 6th. I mean, Matt Eddy out of nowhere, sitting in, 6th or 7th. I'm not sure where Eddie's going.
Well, they're going to have to get an extra set of eyes to sort this out. So
they better not be giving Eddie a wave around because he's on the lead lap now. Looks like he's going to file into 5th position. Brian Cole looks like he's got a penalty going to the back. Oh, no.
Oh, that sucks.
Lester back on pit road inexplicably here.
Interesting.
Very interesting. That is not good for Fred Lester. He'll come back out in 8th. It's not horrible.
Yep.
Well, here we go. The Raid Furniture Mart Super Series. Once again, Baron, come down to it. Oh, and we're going green here while Lester's on pit road. My goodness. Castle coming. You got Newton in 2nd. Hertzog underneath him. Contact. He holds on over the turtles. Everybody hanging on. They're crashing behind him.
Got one around him. Got one blowing up.
Oh, and they're still wrecking. That's Walker Cole.
We got one blowing up there. 8 laps to go. Calamity. Calamity,
Calamity
Larry.
Jane has appeared.
Pandemonium, Larry.
So Ricky Barbary here. Oh, up in front, checkups. He checked up a little bit, I think, seeing that in front of him, and he got turned. And then the secondary incident with Zach Woods, along with Brian Cole. Woods has blown up.
Yeah, that car done blowed up. And Walker Cole having such a strong night, he's involved.
Barry Hines on pit road. Barbary's coming in. Emerson
Zach
Parker's
Woods.
sitting there. Zach Woods, he blew up, I believe.
Yep.
Walker coming in. So rough finish here. 6 to go.
So Ryman Castle still holds the lead with Adam Newton pressuring him in second on old tires. We're going to get another restart out of this, Dean.
Let's get a look in on our tires here. Lap 20, 27. And then how about Colin J in third? Pitted on lap 138. Freshest tires of the guys up here. Matt Eddy also on lap 138. Can they make something happen?
Well, we're going to get a restart here with what, 5 to go, 4 to go?
Yes, sir. And you know what Ryman's thinking at this point? Let's do a couple of restarts,
Do
guys.
2 more, yeah.
Bruce Pearson on pit road. This night is getting down to midnight here. Is that usually when you come out, Baron, or?
Actually, I'm, a day drinker, Dean.
You are, yeah. You're not much of a night owl, are you?
Cashing it in by midnight, but by the time we get there, there's been some shenanigans.
Castle, Newton, Kennedy, Herzog, and Eddy up front. Brian Cole, Throckmorton, and Pearson on the lead lap.
Are we missing a car, or are they just laying back? No, they was just laying back. All right.
Here we go, folks. Ryman Castle trying to win this thing. 4 to go in the Myrtle Beach 150. Early start from Ryman. I like it. He jumps it. Newton's going to have to try and hold off Kennedy with those fresh tires.
And it looks like he's going to do so, Dean. So here they're going to get side by side. Ryman Castle has a green flag situation. No pressure to him just yet, as they haven't cleared each other for second place.
3 to go. Coming down to 2 to go now. Ryman Castle 2 more times. Kennedy finally clears Newton. Newton trying to file in and not get freight trained.
Crossover? Oh, no, he doesn't do it. He doesn't poke the nose in there.
Kennedy drives it in deep. He's got that rubber. Can he get off the corner here? 1 to go. Kennedy chasing, Castle leading. Kennedy all over his bumper now. Down into the final corner for Ryman Castle. The 3, is he going to put the bite? Does he? Puts a bumper to him. He gets the bumper from Newton. They're wrecking, trying to hold on. Herzog spinning. Ryman Castle comes home with the victory.
I think Colin Kennedy actually pushed Mark Herzog across the line sideways.
Unbelievable here. Ryman Castle wins it. Eddie second, Brian Cole third, Colin J, and then Throckmorton. Newton falls to 6, Herzog to 7th after that contact. But hey, it's Castle's night. What a job from the 56.
Great job on Ryman, man. He finished the season strong last season, picking up right where he left off, Dean.
Absolutely. He talked about, trying to win a championship this year. What a way to start.
Can't pick a better way, right? Open up the season with a W. So great job for Ryman. Great job for Matt Eddy. Brian Cole, the old veteran, we thought we counted him out, and boy, was I wrong about that on his heavily damaged car.
Brian Cole hangs in there, grabs third. Yeah, great job. And Matt Eddy, out of nowhere, comes in and grabs second position. Just fantastic stuff. Right now, let's take a short commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get a word from our winner. All right, welcome back to the Myrtle Beach Golf 150, where Ryman Castle has took home this victory on opening night here. Unbelievable. The great strategy here to pit early. As always, it kind of works, and held off the hard charging tires of Kennedy and others who kind of got into each other there at the end, Baron.
Amazing race, and we got what we wanted out of the opening race of the season. We saw some great speed for some rookies. We saw some side-by-side passes, high line passes, pitch strategy. Dean, this was a great race. Love what I'm seeing out of this early part of this season right now already with the Furniture Mart Super Series.
Absolutely. Rookies are going to show well. Maybe struggled with the strategy a little bit, but other than that, they were great here this evening. And that said, we bring in one of the greats here in this series of Raid Furniture Mart Super Series, Mr. Brian Cole, now rocking the 01 machine, giving up the 10 to his son here. Brian, coming in with a third place finish. You got to be pretty happy with that to open the year.
Yeah, I kind of looked in it, I guess. Just I figured we would, uh, we were going to have a lot of cautions. It seemed like early, so I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and get tires early, and maybe I'll have track position late. And then we had that really long green flag run, and then I was kind of second guessing myself, but a lot of those guys had to pit for gas in the green, and that helped. And then I was trying to get through some lap traffic and got in the back of the 34, I believe. So I took a EOL, and so just missed that wreck on the last lap and wound up third. So can't be too disappointed with third, I guess.
No, I don't think he can be disappointed tonight, Brian. Talk a little bit about this new car, what you were feeling out there, and what do you think about it?
Well, I thought the tire wear was going to really make a difference, and with how you saved. And but I did a long run before we raced tonight, and my times didn't fall off that much. So that's why I decided to go ahead and take tires early. But um, then that long green flag run, I got by Colin, and I left him. And by the time that run was over, Colin was back up to my bumper again, and he saved a lot more than I did. So tire conservation is a big deal in these cars. Um, Colin was really good at it because he I hate that he got in that wreck there at the end. It looked like he was faster, but I had to go back and kind of see what happened there. Um,
Well, I
but
think
it's
I
going to make
think
for
Brian
a lot
just
of strategy.
I think it was mostly a case of tires. Colin pitted on lap 138 along with a couple of others. Had really fresh tires, and you get in the center of the corner, different speeds, different cars, and stuff happens. But again, it was a great run. Now, tell us a little bit about this number swap. What's going on between the Coles here?
Well, Walker's running a paint scheme that I ran in real life. That red paint scheme, and I always ran number 10. So I told him since he was going to use that paint scheme, he's got to be number 10. So I just switched the numbers around and figured I'd be 0-1.
Well, I like it. Walker was doing the 10 proud, looked real good. Had to pit under green flag. That was unfortunate for him and a bunch of others. But their unfortune is your fortune, Brian. So congrats again to starting this season in third position, man. And I can't wait to see what you do the rest of this year. I mean, this league, man, these races are so entertaining. I can't wait for the next one.
Thank you guys for broadcasting. And yeah, we've got a few new guys that came in, and there's some really fast guys out there. We already had a lot of fast guys, but now we even have more. So it's going to be a very interesting year.
Real quick, Brian, did you guys do away with the fast repair?
No, we everybody should have had one fast repair tonight.
Okay, I'm just wondering. We saw some damaged cars, and Dean and I admittedly probably didn't do the best job keeping track of who fixed what. But yeah, all right, thank you.
Baron, he's still trying to get off of that. Brian's car was fine.
I was actually talking about Austin Miller's.
Anyway, that's Brian Cole. A great run here to start the season in third position. Baron, I believe you got our second place finisher.
I do, and I have Matt Eddy down here. Matt, man, good to see you on the podium tonight, bud. Brand new platform, brand new paint scheme. How was your night, bud?
It was pretty good. Haven't raced these cars a whole lot, so it was a learning experience. From practice, it looked like they were a little hard on the tires, so rode trying to save as long as possible. Stopped, got some fuel early in case we went long, so seeing we didn't have enough, and it about worked out there at the end.
So you are the king of getting snake bit late in the race. Many times, Dean and I have been in a booth talking about Matt Eddy's going to walk away with this one. Second place finish tonight with the new platform. How do you feel about getting some checkered flags this year?
Yeah, hopefully I can make some more races than last season, and we can snag a couple. It'd be good. It's been a bit since I got one here.
So new seasons, new sponsors, new paint scheme. Who are you going to thank for this opening race and the second place finish?
Just got to thank all the guys that put on the series, Adam and Brian and those guys for picking up it's a lot of work to do this and keep all of us yahoos straight and whatnot. So I got to thank them.
Well, that's your second place finisher, Dean. Matt Eddy, happy to see him on the podium tonight, and we're going to expect a lot out of him moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been on the come for a while and has flashes of brilliance. And now with this second place finish, he could be coming looking for a championship. But I got a guy, the 56 Ryman Castle race winner here on opening night, man. No what better way to start a championship run, Ryman. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
What a night, man. Talk a little bit about it here. How were you feeling? Did you think you had a winning car? How much did the strategy come into play here?
Strategy was huge. Pit early, get fuel, and ride it out. Save tires. I mean, with Larson Parker and Schillingberg showing up. I mean, plus all the rest of the fast guys. I mean, this car is kind of an equalizer. You've seen some of the guys that struggle with the supers, with the high horsepower of those. They got pretty good with these cars. Everybody's equaled out. Everybody's fast. They're hard to pass with because, I mean, you got like half the horsepower in these things in the super, but with a lot more grip. It's a lot of fun, but you can burn off the tires pretty good. I mean, I thought Brian and the guys built a badass setup. I didn't pit for tires. I had the tires I started on and had 40% left on the rights to finish that race. And from lap 115 on, I was pushing pretty hard, trying to get a good gap for the end of the race. But hats off to those guys for building an awesome setup for us to run because it lasted. I mean, 150 laps on these tires was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll say it is. Or I mean, it is not only good, it is great. Now, talk a little bit about towards the end of the race there. You had Newton was coming and Herzog were coming. They were closing in on you. About 15 to go there. What were you thinking at that time? Were you thinking you had enough to hold them off?
Oh man, I don't know. I would like to think that if they're gonna pass me, they're gonna have to drive through me, because I wasn't gonna make it easy on them for sure. But they had better tires. I was watching the difference between me and Newton, and he was coming quick, and I was starting to get a little nervous there. The yellows came out the right time for me again, second week in a row. Uh, but yeah, I mean, yellows helped me win this one again. I feel like I'm pretty competitive. I mean, I run second a lot, so I feel like I earned it. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
these
you
guys are
earned it,
good.
Ryman, and I think you would have won regardless. I mean, they may have got there with a few to go. I don't think they'd get around you. You did a masterful job here in that 56 machine, grabbing this win on open night. You got to be happy. You've been talking about like this season. You know, you were gonna try and run for a championship, perhaps. I believe you were saying that last season. So this is a heck of a way to start, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to run for a championship. It just Wednesday nights is kind of a tough night because I don't race real life, but I help my buddy out, and it's about to be crunch time. Race season's just right on the corner, so I hope I can make every single one. Hopefully, we can work our shop nights out where I can run, but if not, I gotta go to the race shop and work on the real race car. But yeah, I don't. And also toward the end of the race, I don't know with the three car. He's kind of mad at me for I don't know. I guess I scuffed the wall on the inside. But he had me lifted up pretty good, and he wrecked himself and the rest of the field. And I don't know what he wants me to do about it. I mean, I'm the leader. I can run whatever line I want, right?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to get in the middle of the disputes, but we didn't notice anything egregious. Baron, what do you got?
No, no, I didn't notice anything either. I'm, I'd have to go back and look at it to be honest.
I'm sure it's tough. I mean, he had really fresh tires pitting on lap 138, probably had a head of steam. Tough, but he'll still grab fourth. But Ryman, take nothing away from it. It's your night, man, your victory. We move on to Thompson next week. Hopefully, you can show up for that. I'm sure you're motivated now with this first place finish. You're going to be first in points, and we hope to see you then, man. Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to thank? You go right ahead.
Yeah, I gotta thank Austin Maynard Racing, P1 Performance, Rocket Fabrication Suspension, Race One Wraps for making me a badass looking race car, Rackley War Setup Shop, um, Jegs.com, Cody Kaufman Company, and thanks for all the guys for putting this on and recruiting some more guys that makes this. It's gonna make this thing competitive. I think you're gonna see a lot of different winners. I think I'm kind of a struggle in these cars right now. I don't haven't quite figured out. I haven't had much time to mess with them.
Said the guy
Um,
who just won the race.
Yeah, how many times have we heard that,
yeah.
Baron?
Yeah, but I mean, Schillenberg and Parker and Matt Eddy. The list goes on and on and on. You got Brian Cole, who's just a master of anything he gets in. These guys are freaking good. It's hard to beat them, and it feels good when you can. And we had a great showing, great cars count. Hopefully, we got some great views on YouTube and Facebook. I mean, thanks to you guys for doing this for us. I can't, I'm excited. It's cool to be a part of something big like this and seeing it grow and getting better and better. And I think these cars helped a lot of people out with some reckless driving. I think it wasn't necessarily them; it's more of the car. And these cars kind of settled it out, and we had some a lot better green flag runs. Thompson's going to be tough. It's going to be you better get up on someone's door and not be scared to wiggle them out of the way a little bit because it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard to pass for there for sure.
Well, I can't wait for it. Ryman, congrats again on the victory. Baron, that's a race winner, the 56, Ryman Castle.
Yeah, great run by Ryman. Great to see him in victory lane and kind of keep starting off where he left off. So it's been a great opening race, Dean. Myrtle Beach was awesome.
Yeah, it truly was, man. It was a great one. Everything you wanted. The rookies up front doing their thing. The vets coming in late with the strategy, and others, just having great nights as well. We had a lot of big movers, all kinds of action out here this evening, and that's the kind of thing you can expect each and every night here in the Raid Furniture Mart Super Series. Every Wednesday, 9:20 p.m. right here on Wind Tunnel TV. Come check us out. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labosco, that's going to wrap it up here. And we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.